Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and it is time for another episode of the Daily Leeds. It is Tuesday, the 20th of July. This is where you'll get all your latest Leeds United news, Thorp, Elland Road, everything concerning Leeds United. As you can see, I'm in a different location today, reason being I'm actually playing football a little bit later on today against Leeds United media team, Victor Traore, Angus Kinnear, Craig Wilson, the job lot. So I'll be playing football for the Leeds United Foundation with the All Leeds TV crew. The link will be in the description if you want to donate to that, and I'm sure Leeds TV will be getting some content out on the back of that. So I'm really excited to be taking part in that. But let's get into today's video. So we're going to start first of all with the man of the moment, Farid Boulaya. Of course, LUFC fan zone have been up to their old tricks again, and they spoke directly to his agent. Basically, all he said was, look, all I can say at this moment is that we do not deny the links. Boulaya has been linked with a 4.5 million switch from Metz to Elland Road. Of course, as well, guys, we heard from him back in May in L'Equipe magazine, and he said he wanted to move away from Metz this summer. They're well aware of the situation. He's 20-year-old, and he really wants to play, European football. Of course, Leeds United cannot give him that straight away, but we give him that platform maybe. And what's to say Leeds United won't, of course, finish in the European places this summer. He's rejected the offer of an extension from Metz, and he's yet to participate in any pre-season friendlies for Metz this summer. So a move to Leeds looks likely. I know I put out, we put out into the ether about, the potential of Leeds United getting these bargains, and a lot of people sometimes aren't happy with that. They seem to think that Leeds United are shopping in a bargain basement. It's not a case of that. It's like you find gems like Boulaya, you buy them for 4.5 million. They, boom, like Rafinha, like the rest of them, they just exceed. And maybe there's a potential for resale value there. Maybe not so with someone like Boulaya at 28, but if he comes in and does a job for 4.5 million, it's a no-brainer. And we seem, like I said, over the next few days, we'll continue. It seems for me, this one's got legs, and it's such a cut price deal. Why wouldn't it? He's a player that looks very exciting. I'm not going to sit here and profess to know everything about Boulaya, about French football. I don't. But from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, it looks like it's going to be a positive signing. At 4.5 million, it's an absolute snip. And in this episode, guys, to be honest, it's like it feels a little bit like Groundhog Day, this episode, because the same players continue to be linked. Some of them were linked months ago, some of them linked just yesterday, but the same names keep cropping up at Leeds United. And it's been reported in The Athletic that Leeds United are still keen on Rangers winger Ryan Kent. It's one that definitely won't go away. There's been rumours with him moving to Leeds United since Bielsa came in. And according to The Athletic, the club remain interested in the Rangers man. Marcelo Bielsa is thought to be an admirer of him, much like Dan James. But they are saying that Leeds United currently have targets ahead of him. Probably like we do with the likes of Dan James. I think maybe Noah Lang's number one. You've got Dan James, you've got Ryan Kent. These names continue to get linked. Boulaya can play off the right as well. So maybe that's, two positions there. He likes to play in the 10. He likes to play on the right. I see my main man, Oscar, at All Leeds TV making the point yesterday. Maybe Bielsa favours that midfield two of a Click and a Dallas, and then wants that 10 in behind. Maybe it's not going to be Rodrigo. Maybe he's going to be battling with Paddy for the number one spot up top. And then obviously Boulaya comes in the 10. I don't know. We shall have to wait and see. Another one that won't go away, guys, Yokuslu. He's another one that's still being linked to a move to Leeds United. And apparently we are preparing a €6 million transfer fee for the Celta Vigo star. Obviously, he plays for the Turkey national side. He was playing for West Brom last season. We already know Victor Traore came out and said he's a massive fan of him for 6 million. You've got Boulaya at 4.5. That's 10.5 million for two decent players. Look, Boulaya may be a great signing, but Yokuslu, I would say decent. I remember putting it out on social media as this one got legs, and I got quite a little bit of no, not a chance. We're not after him. He's not that type of player. But when Victor Traore is coming out and saying he's a massive fan of him, it makes you think, okay, there's something in this. And for 6 million, would you bring him in? Maybe as cover? Maybe just to flesh out the squad? Because let's be honest, our squad isn't the biggest, and when you scratch behind the surface, the ones that are ready to come in to replace our first teamers, they're not as good. They're the facts. So maybe Yokuslu at 6 million is a decent buy. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Another one's Yangel Herrera, currently playing for La Liga side Granada, or was. He's a Manchester City player. He was loaned out to Granada. He's been loaned out a number of times as Yangel Herrera. We've mentioned him on the Daily Leeds on previous episodes. He's another one that's been linked. You could put him in that Yokuslu bracket as well. Maybe they are looking for, someone to cover in if Calvin's injured, or Dallas or Click, whoever it may be, just an out-and-out centre midfielder, as opposed to, Robin Koch being an understudy there, or maybe even Dallas, although I think Bielsa, a lot of us now see Dallas as a midfielder, but maybe we need specialist players in these positions ready to step in, because, massive fan of Jamie Shackleton, but when we seen him last season, apart from in that Villa game, we haven't seen enough of him. Does Bielsa trust him enough, or does he want, different reinforcements? If we were led to believe all these certain links, I can't see Yokuslu or Herrera coming in and being that #1 centre midfielder that they're looking for. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to wait and see. Adama Trioria as well, guys. Adama Trioria continues to be linked to Leeds United. Look, I just don't see it happening, not at all. However, my friends at 90minute.com have done an article recently, and they said, look, Leeds United are considering a summer transfer bid for Wolverhampton Wanderers winger Adama Traore. He's keen to leave Molineux this season. Apparently, Bielsa's a huge fan of the Spanish international. Of course, they're going to write that. Apparently, he has been for some time. Look, don't get me wrong. Someone like Adama Triore, under the tutelage of any player, under the tutelage of Bielsa, is just going to go boof. That's why I'm excited. I'm not excited, but that's why I'd be on board with the Dan James one, for example, because he's currently getting trained by a PE teacher. Bring him under Bielsa, it's a different kettle of fish. But yeah, they go on to say, obviously, he's well known to Leeds United chief footballing director Victor Orta. He was the one that brought him to Middlesbrough from Aston Villa. So apparently, as well, Orta spoke with Wolves in January when it became known that Traore was unsettled, and asked about a potential exit. Remember, we were linked in January for a short period of time, but no deal could be agreed, with Leeds at the time preferring to do a loan deal. Apparently, Wolves are now ready to listen to offers, though. Adama Traore clearly wants out of Molineux. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Last time I read, he wanted to move to Barcelona. Do I think he's a Barcelona player? No. Do I really rate him? No. I think he's all skirt, no knickers. There's nothing on the end of it. If it were, maybe that's the same with Dan James. I don't know. I just think the potential of Dan James being such a young lad, I think there's more in that. But look, Adama Traore would be expensive, and his wages would be astronomical. I'm not sure if he's the one, but he continues to be linked. And I know when he does get linked, I get a lot of messages, a lot of fans excited by the potential of Adama Traore coming to Leeds United. I just don't see it myself, but that's my personal opinion. Again, football is a game of opinions. Another player that does look like he's definitely coming, although it won't be straight into the first team, is Lewis Bate of Chelsea. Lewis Bate is an England under-19 international, currently plays at Chelsea. Wanted by a host of clubs, West Ham, Liverpool, Southampton, and of course Leeds United. And it looks, guys, that he has chosen Leeds United as his desired option. He won the Premier League 2's Player of the Month in December for Chelsea. Of course, look, Chelsea's academy setup is like second to none. Yes, not a lot of players break through into the first team, but the players that come off their conveyor belt are pretty special. They're not daft. I think Leeds United are trying to follow a similar sort of suit. Buy up all these decent youngsters. If they make it, brilliant. If not, we move them on for a small fee. However, Lewis Bates got 12 months left. It looks like he's moving on. Looks like he's chose Leeds United as well, because if you actually look at his Instagram, he followed literally the whole of Leeds United's first team yesterday. So I think Lewis Bates will be coming in and further adds to the exciting talent that we continue to bring in at under 23s level. It just continues to excite all these players coming in at under 23s level. And pin it there, the likes of Joe Geldark, Greenwood, they're going to get a chance this season for me in the first team. That's why they're currently training with the first team boys. And just to finish up, guys, I'm going to give you some exciting news. You've probably already seen it, but like I say, this is the Daily Leeds. I'm going to always report what's out there. We have finally been given our ticket allocation for Blackburn away, one of the friendlies that is due to take place on July the 28th. So not that long now, guys. 8 days' time. 4,500 tickets have been made available. Just to finish, guys, the LUFC women have signed Catherine Smith from Barnsley. And that's it. That's it for today's episode on July the 20th. Listen, if the video has been a bit sketchy, I apologise. I'm in Halifax. I'm playing football today in Leeds. So I'm moving from Halifax to Leeds in order to play football. I'm on my mum's Wi-Fi. You know, we thought Sky Wi-Fi were bad. She's on some Plus Net. Listen, this is brutal, and it's took a very long time to film this video. So if it's sketchy in parts, my apologies. But listen, have an amazing day. I'll be back in my own neck of the woods for tomorrow's video. But that is your Daily Leeds. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Make sure you look out for all the content on All Leeds TV for the fallout after we've beaten the Leeds United media team. It's happening 100%. Have a great day. I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds.